tuned into Your Life of Purpose. I'm your host, Reverend Kelly Jackson, and let's get to our point of purpose for today. Our point of purpose is simply this: the God behind you is greater than any circumstance before you. The God behind you is greater than any circumstance before you. And again, as we go through this message today and we try to encourage someone that may have been questioning whether or not they were really walking in their purpose and in their destiny, in what it is that God has called them to do. And sometimes circumstances, situations, people will come up against you and have you thinking that you're off course. But I want you to know again that the God behind you is greater than any problem before you. Listen, what God has purposed you for cannot be hindered by man, situations, or circumstances. So who can be against you? Well, all of those things can be against you, but they're no match for an all-powerful God that is behind you. And then what God has purposed for me personally, I want to give you all another testimony here. What God has purposed for me personally cannot be contained. It can't be contained. The only way I fail is if I quit. That is the only way that I fail. This ministry that God has called me to is quite unique, and it is designed specifically for me. And this is why it can't be contained, because God has ordained what it is that we do. And this is why, if I can share this with y'all, this is why you'll never find me fighting for churches or pulpits. God's promise on my life will be fulfilled according to his word, and as long as I stay faithful to him. God has already purposed me for greatness. He has already purposed me to do something great in this life. He has already designed it. He has already ordained it. All I have to do is walk in it. And that's not just a word for me, but that is a word for anybody that's listening under the sound of my voice. When God has purposed you for something, when God has ordained you for something, and I'm telling you, Scripture says that he foreknew you, that he predestined you. Scripture tells you that God has already ordered this thing out. All you have to do is walk according to his word, and you will reach your destiny.